It was supposed to be just another hiking trip. Trees, trails, fresh air, but then they found the graves. And something found them. I swear it was supposed to be just a weekend escape. Just me, Ava, Ezra, and Mariah. 4 friends, all of us in our 20s. We'd done tougher hikes. We thought we knew nature, thought we could handle ourselves. We were wrong. It started on the Silver Pines Trail, Oregon. A place with tall trees, cold wind, and no phone signal after mile 2. I was recording everything on my GoPro, not for YouTube, just to remember it, to prove we were there. But now, I wish I never pressed record. The trail felt normal at first, dirt crunching under our boots, the sound of birds, that calm, forest kind of silence that makes you forget real life. We joked. Ezra teased Ava like he always did. Mariah stayed quiet, sketching tree bark into her notebook. Me? I was capturing all of it. But then, the forest shifted. It was Mariah who spotted it first. There, she said, pointing off the trail. Look past the trees. There's something there. I looked, and yeah, she was right. There was a narrow path, almost hidden, barely noticeable between 2 thick trees. Something about it felt wrong. But of course, Ezra laughed. Could be a shortcut, or a cool video spot, he said. Come on, 5 minutes. I didn't argue. I should have. I had a weird feeling in my gut, but I ignored it. We stepped off the trail, and that's when the forest stopped breathing. No birds, no bugs, not even wind. It was dead quiet. The kind of quiet that presses in on your ears and makes your heartbeat sound like a drum. That's when I knew we'd made a mistake. The trees were different here, taller, older, like they'd been watching something for centuries. Then, we found the clearing, a perfect oval in the middle of nowhere. No plants, no grass, just dry, cracked dirt. And at the center, that thing, a twisted wooden structure, 5 feet tall, built from branches tied with rotting vines and old cloth. Bones were hanging off it. Some looked like deer, others, I don't even know. I hope they were animals. At the top was a skull, bleached white, jaw open, like it was screaming to the sky. None of us spoke, because the moment we stepped into that clearing, it felt like something was watching us. It didn't feel like a grave. It felt like a warning. I kept filming. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I needed proof, or maybe part of me already knew. No one would believe what came next. Ava whispered, "Liam, don't touch it." Like I even could. My arms felt like lead, my chest tight. Ezra tried to laugh it off. Probably some weird ranger ritual, or an art piece. But Mariah wasn't laughing. She walked around it, slowly. That I was just on edge. But then, we heard it. A low groan. Deep, wet, like something breathing through water. It rolled through the trees like thunder, but no storm followed. What the hell was that? Ezra asked. Ava backed away. We need to go. Right now. But Mariah didn't move. She was staring at the base of the structure. The dirt, she whispered. It's fresh, like something was just buried. My stomach dropped. I looked down. She was right. The mound was recent, new. And it wasn't just one. There were others, smaller ones, arranged in a circle around it, like a ritual, like something was still being fed. Then, crack. A branch broke, right behind us. We spun around, but nothing was there. Just the forest, still, quiet, breathing. I wanted to run. Every muscle in my body screamed to bolt, but my legs refused. It was like the ground held me still. Mariah stepped back, slowly, carefully, like she knew if she moved too fast, whatever was watching would pounce. We followed her lead, and then I heard it. A voice. Not out loud, inside my head, a whisper, cold, faint. You shouldn't be here. My vision blurred, my ears rang, and my hands went ice cold. We turned around and walked, fast, not running, not yet. We didn't want it to chase us, whatever it was. I kept the camera on. Even though my hands were shaking so hard, the footage would be useless, but I had to document it, because deep down, I already knew one of us wouldn't make it out. The forest had seen us, and it doesn't let go. We didn't speak much after we left that clearing. I remember the way Ava kept looking over her shoulder, like she was expecting something to follow. Ezra's jokes had stopped. His hands were clenched, his jaw tight. Mariah walked beside me in silence, but I could see her lips moving, barely. Like she was whispering something under her breath, a prayer maybe, or a warning to herself. Me? I just kept the camera rolling. The forest had changed. Even though we'd backtracked the way we came, nothing looked the same. The trail behind us had twisted, landmarks were gone, the trees felt closer, like they had moved, like they were guiding us somewhere we weren't supposed to go. Then we heard it. Laughter. Just for a second, faint, distant. It didn't sound like any of us. It was a child's laughter, echoing through the woods, light, happy. But there were no kids out here. We froze. Tell me you heard that, Ezra said, his voice shaking. We need to move, Ava said, pulling at my sleeve. Now. We started walking again, faster. That's when I realized Mariah wasn't with us. I spun around. Mariah? Nothing, just trees. Mariah! I called again, panic rising in my throat. I ran back the way we came, Ava and Ezra on my heels. We were shouting now, yelling her name over and over. Then I saw it. Her backpack, lying in the dirt beside a large pine tree. One strap torn, the fabric soaked like it had been dropped in water. But there was no puddle nearby, just dry leaves. Her notebook was still inside. I picked it up. The last page had a sketch of the shrine, drawn in shaky lines. But something was wrong. There were figures standing around it in her drawing, tall, thin, shadow-like, more than just us. She'd seen something, felt something, and now she was gone. Ava covered her mouth, backing away. Ezra just stood there whispering, "No, no, no, no." I looked down at the dirt near the bag. No footprints, no drag marks, just nothing. Like she'd been lifted into the air and erased from the world. Then we heard it again. That laughter, closer this time, mocking, playing. But the forest was still dead quiet. No movement, no wind, just that sound and something new. Whispers. They slithered through the trees, not from one place, but all around us, surrounding us. I couldn't make out the words, but I knew they were meant for us. They were calling us. Grip on reality. Ava knelt beside me, eyes wide, breath ragged. What the hell is happening? I didn't answer. I didn't have one. All I could do was grab the GoPro and keep filming, because no one would believe us. Because maybe if we had proof, someone could find them. Could find us if we disappeared next. Then I heard something new. A voice. This time not in my head, not a whisper. It came from behind the trees. Low. Familiar. It was Mariah's voice. Liam. I stood up fast, spun around. Mariah? Silence. Then again from the opposite side. Liam, help me. The voice was broken, hollow, like it was echoing from underground. Ava grabbed my arm. Don't follow it. I have to. No, that's not her. She was right, because the voice was wrong. It sounded like Mariah, but there was no emotion, no fear, just mimicry. It wasn't calling for help, it was calling me by name. And something in me, deep, primal, knew that if I took one step toward that voice, I'd be next. We didn't speak again after that. We just walked, quietly, carefully. The trail was gone now. There were no birds, no light, just us, and a feeling that something was walking behind us, just out of sight. Every time I looked over my shoulder, I saw nothing, but I knew it was there, breathing, watching, waiting. It was just me and Ava now. We didn't talk. We didn't even look at each other. Words had stopped helping. The forest was swallowing us slowly. Every step we took made the trees feel tighter. They were closing in, not physically, not all at once, but enough that I could feel it, like we were walking into a mouth that didn't want to spit us back out. I checked the GoPro again. The battery was dying. The footage was shaky and glitched, static cutting in at random moments, but I kept recording. I didn't know why anymore. I just couldn't stop. Then we found the second clearing. This one wasn't like the first. It was bigger, older, and wrong in a way that made my stomach twist. At the center was a single grave, open, freshly dug, dirt piled to the side, and something about it, something deep in my chest, told me exactly how many graves there had been. 4. It had waited, it had watched, and now it had nearly all of us. Ava grabbed my arm. We're not going near that thing. But even as she said it, I was stepping forward, like something was pulling me. The air around the grave shimmered. It was colder, still. Time itself felt like it had slowed down. I looked into it, and my heart stopped, because inside, I saw myself, my body, eyes open, mouth twisted in terror, lying still at the bottom of that pit like it had been waiting for me to come back. I couldn't breathe. I staggered back, fell to my knees. Tears burned my face before I even realized I was crying. Ava knelt beside me, shaking my shoulders. Liam, what is it? What do you see? I'm down there, I whispered. I'm already dead. She grabbed my face. No, you're here, with me. But the voice came again, not Ava's, from behind her. A voice that sounded just like her. Liam, it's okay. Come here. Ava's face twisted. You hear that too? We both turned, and standing at the edge of the tree line was another Ava. Same clothes, same voice, same calm expression, but her eyes were black, not metaphorically, not shadowed, just black, empty. She stepped forward, smiling. Come with me, you're tired. It's peaceful now. Ava screamed, pulled me up, and we ran. I didn't look back. I didn't want to see what was following us. We ran until our legs couldn't carry us anymore, until my lungs felt like knives. Then we stopped. But the forest hadn't changed. It was still the same twisted, claustrophobic maze it had become. And in the distance, always in the distance, we could hear them. Ezra, Mariah, that fake Ava, laughing, calling, whispering, trying to trick us, trying to take us. Then Ava turned to me. Her face was pale, her hands were shaking. I can't keep going. The open grave we left behind. No! No, 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 I screamed. I pulled, I fought. She screamed with me, clawing at the ground. But it wouldn't let go. And then she let go of my hand. Her eyes met mine one last time, and she smiled. I saw the others, she whispered. They're waiting for you. And then she was gone, swallowed whole. The forest was silent again. I didn't run. I didn't cry. I just stood there, empty. The last grave had been filled. 3 of them were gone, and I was next. But instead of waiting, I picked up the camera, turned it toward myself, and hit record. If anyone finds this footage, don't come here. Don't try to look for us. The forest doesn't want you to find us. It wants to be left alone. And if you hear someone you love calling your name, it's not them. It never was.